Alright, guys. It is, I guess technically today will be day 12. Maybe? No. Yeah, day 12. I tried to push it and make it through day 11. And, I felt really good day 11. Still didn't eat. Was still drinking water. And, woke up, got to church, actually walked to church. It was a beautiful day outside. But by day 11, I was just so exhausted from the fast, just mentally, and I think at some level physically as well. I had the physical energy to walk several miles that day, but I think it was just since I haven't really slept well, or I didn't sleep well during the fast. I was maybe getting 3 to 4 hours a night. That it was starting to wear down on me, and I think that once you get towards those final days of the fast, you're very sensitive, and all of your emotional channels are just kind of wide open. So, I woke up really anxious because I didn't want to start eating and then go back into the same eating habits like I had prior, which tended to be a lot of overeating and lots of sugary foods, that kind of thing. So, and also because I didn't want to weigh in, I was avoiding the weigh in and really didn't want to focus on the number, because really the main point of this fast was not to lose weight. So I didn't want to focus on the number. And for those that are interested, I did weigh in at 161. So I ended up losing 15 pounds on the fast, which I know probably in the next week or so I'll gain some of that back just because it's water weight and that kind of thing. But again, didn't do this for the weight loss impacts. And so, walked back from church, talked to a lot of people on the phone. I fed my friend's cats. I went to the gym. And then when I got back home, and I ended up taking a nap, and then when I woke up around 3 o'clock, and I just knew it was time to break it. It was time to break the fast. I'd already bought some juices to break the fast and knew that I needed to only drink vegetable juice during the first day of breaking the fast. And kind of the protocol that I was following was in the book that I had read that dealt with water fasting. And that meant that the first day is mainly vegetable juices, maybe a little bit of citrus. The second day is cooked vegetables, and then the third day is raw vegetables. So, started drinking the vegetable juice, and then started making my big pot of stew, which I ended up using some bone broth. Had a lot of really good stuff in it. So it's bone broth, garbanzo beans, tempeh, tofu, veggie meatballs, green beans, broccoli, vegetable stock, lots of curry, onions, and I don't know. Anyway, it was really good. I shouldn't say very spicy. It had a little kick to it, but it wasn't too bad. But as I was cooking it, I was still, drinking the vegetable juice, and I had made my own vegetable juice as well that evening, yesterday evening. So I had a bunch of celery. I had kale, spinach, ginger, a few green apples, limes, and lemons. And so that's what I was trying to focus a lot of my substance on, or intake on, was that vegetable juice. But as I was drinking the vegetable juice, some of the things that I've been reading and watching on YouTube talked about how real hunger kind of comes as a knot in like the back of your throat. It's not really in your stomach. And while I was cooking that stew, I really felt that. I mean, it was like a pain in your throat from that hunger, true hunger. So something I had never felt before. But again, just a lot of crying yesterday, just because very emotional to break the fast. And I cried over a can of green beans that reminded me of my grandparents, and cried over a bag of spices I'd gotten in Cape Town, because I was just so fortunate for having been able to travel all over the world. And then when I was just sitting down, I really wasn't intending on eating any of the soup last night, because you're only really supposed to have vegetable juice, but I wanted to try a little bit of it so that I could see if I need to add anything as far as spices were concerned. And I sat down with this little tiny portion in this little bowl, and it's like midnight, and maybe even a little after midnight. It's probably closer to 1 in the morning this morning. And I'm sitting here looking at this little bowl of soup, and I just broke down and cried, because I thought about how, first of all, I mean, the whole experience just kind of, just kind of hit me, of, the power of not having food for 10 days, almost 11 days, and thinking about everyone who, this little bit of food that I have in front of me, that might be something that someone gets all day. That's all they're going to get. So it really hit me. So I don't know, it was a very powerful moment. But then I did some writing this morning. I got a little bit better sleep last night, and hung out with my parents today. But when I got up this morning and was trying to do some writing and reflecting on this whole experience, and wanted to share some of the things that I thought that I might be able to prepare for better in the next fast, because I definitely think I want to do this again. And from what I gather, each fast is different, so it's always going to be a different experience. I would definitely try to do more writing or do something more creative the next time I do this. Now that I know, or now that I would like to get in a better regimen and get my body more accustomed to fasting, then it won't be such a big adjustment for me to be able to do a little bit more physical activity during the fast, because I think I was hesitant to do physical activity, even though I knew I probably could. So I think maybe the next time I'll be able to do that. Definitely journaling more and possibly meditating more, just to coincide with the fast, I think would be good for next time. I'm trying to think of what else was on that fast. I think trying to get into ketosis or be on a ketosis diet maybe 2 weeks prior to this might help in easing into the fast, and might help with additional fat loss if that's one of my goals. Sorry, I'm being interrupted by this guy who just came in all wet from the storm. He's ridiculous. Go take a bath. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that I would definitely want to kind of do those things, but also just for the overall experience in general, just want to give myself credit and give the powers that be, the higher powers, God, whatever you choose to call him, or it, or they, or whomever, that allows you to get you through this experience, because you have to draw from an inner strength that is just not of this world, and it's very powerful. So just want to leave on that thought, and but definitely want to reiterate to people who don't think that they are healthy enough to do this fast, or don't feel strong enough, or even if they start and then if they fail, it's okay. Because I think that when I first started and I thought, oh, I don't know if I can make it to day 5, and what if I don't make it to day 5, I'm going to beat myself up. well, you know, just don't worry about it. You know, you're setting that goal. It's gonna be okay, and you'll get through it. But I don't know if anyone will even take anything from these videos, but hopefully, oh really? Just take over the video, Felix. Appreciate it. Dude, really? Go. So, just want to say thanks to all the people who supported me during this process. And, you see this guy? He's ridiculous. And hope that everyone has a great week, and hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I hope I'll be able to do this again and share it again. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.